Hello and welcome to Rarely Rad. Haley and Isabel are on the mic. This upcoming week, I have Market, and I feel like there's so much drama happening. There's this store that started in Athens, Georgia, and it's a huge store, mainly online now, and I don't even think she has like a brick and mortar anymore. It's a big line, like big brink store, very, very well known. The owner of it, she's someone that kind of shares a lot via social media. And I think a lot of that is because she had like a very narcissistic ex-husband. And so she's now tries to share her story to like share with women. She launched her own line. So now she sells her own line, and it's like a wholesale line that like we sell to boutiques. So like it's a line that I would kind of rep type of thing. A different room reps it, but even her own store has to place orders for that clothing line. They don't just get dibs because she owns both. All of a sudden, this other showroom in Atlanta, they have been over the last few years creating their own lines of their own showroom. So a lot of lines have like pulled out of their showroom because they look very similar. Even my main line that I rep, they all of a sudden created a brand, and they were repping this line. That's why they left, and now I rep it, because they created this line that looked almost identical. And of course, as a showroom, they're pushing their own line more than when they're repping, because they obviously get all the money then versus just a commission percentage.
Yeah.
So this showroom has now created, I want to say 3 lines. And all of a sudden they announced this week that they're coming out with a 4th line. And dude, the logo is almost the exact same as this other store's line. Same font, same flower doily thing. And so it was like, whoa.
That's weird.
Why are these so exact? The store owner ended up getting her hands on a line sheet of this new line. The prints are the exact same. They have a dress named Gia or Gaia, Giaa. Gia. Both brands have it.
That's weird.
So this new store, or this store that has her brand, and her brand's been out for now a few months, came onto social media, literally was like, she now has a highlight literally called bullshit, and was just calling out this girl to the point that she finally said the girl's name. Even her name's not Lisa, but she was like, Lisa, I am talking to you. You know what you did, and you need to fix it and everything. And so everyone's been like up in arms. One girl that she like kind of helps out in the industry, she even messaged me and she was like, have you seen what she's saying? Now the brand, the newest brand that the showroom created, they have not posted anything else on social media, and they've turned off comments on all of their posts that they had posted because people were commenting. They were like, this looks like the Temu version of this.
Yeah.
And it's been up in arms. And so I'm kind of intrigued to see what happens next, because
sued.
So the store owner has started suing. She has started
like a legal action.
Yeah. And she has already 2 other brands on board with her, because these 2 other brands, the showroom used to rep, and then they created lines that look just like it. So yeah, I don't know. In the end of the day, both parties have money. The showroom side has money, the store side has money. So like, it's going to be expensive for whatever this is. I would say the easiest way to proceed is the showroom. They need to change branding and like switch some shit up. The store owner, though, I think she's going for more than just that. She's going for more of like the principle of like, you've done this, you've continued to do this, you've been screwing over brands, and now like finally someone's gonna take initiative and like put this out there for everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, who knows? I'm intrigued to see, but I feel bad too, because so the girl that had messaged me about it, we used to work together, but her friend, one of like her best friend, works for this showroom. She's actually one of the designers of one of the brands that they created that looks very similar to another brand.
That's not good.
From talking to my friend that is friends with her, it almost sounds like she's brainwashed, because they were taught, she was like, they didn't copy them at all. And I was like, you can look at the proof of this and it looks very similar. And she was like, it's all just a coincidence.
Coincidence?
I was like, there's too many coincidences for this to be a coincidence.
Yeah, like a coincidence is like one, maybe two.
Yeah, but the fact that your brand looks the exact same, the logo, the fact that you have the same prints, the fact that the dress is named the exact same, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's not coincidental.
So I don't even understand I don't even understand how you get like brainwashed by that. Like you can just like look and be like, oh.
They don't think, they're like, no, it's full coincidence. There's no way. None of it is like trying to copy or anything. And it's just like, what are you not seeing?
Yeah, basically their higher ups are like, guys, this has been an accident. And they're like, okay, you're totally right.
Yeah. And I feel bad because the girl that works for the showroom, I know like years ago before I entered back into this industry, she was kind of getting ready to like leave. She was like, there's just nothing more here for me. I can't grow more. I have more that I want in life, whatever. I think the way they kept her was by being like, we can start a line. You can be the main designer. You can be this. And truthfully, now she really can't leave unless she wants to give up the whole line and everything.
Yeah.
I don't really think she has the resume to go be a designer at an actual other brand unless she wants to start her own brand completely on her own, which I doubt they pay her enough to where she'd be able to do that, which is why they kind of pigeonholed her to be stuck. I don't know. I'm intrigued. I mean, and then like obviously both people are going to be like the store owner who now owns the brand and the showroom owner. They're all going to be at market, and like low key, I could see the store owner going up to the showroom.
I mean, something's definitely going to go down, but I don't know if they're going to try to keep it more private.
Well, and then that was my friend's whole thing. She was like, I just don't understand why she didn't say anything like businesswoman to businesswoman type of thing, which I do agree. But also, I wonder if something was tried to be said and she was just shut down. And also, I think in the end of the day, this isn't just about her brand. This is about the principle of how you've now continuously done this to other brands.
Yeah, I just think there's other way to come around that. Like you can send a cease and desist letter and then announce that you sent a cease and desist letter, being like, oh, I sent a cease and desist because of this, and like post that on social media. But you being like that also kind of just like makes you look immature, and it kind of that like cheapens your case. You know?
Also, fashion is so hard because everyone gets inspiration from everyone. And like most prints, you go and buy in like India and stuff. And that's why you'll see prints over several different brands because they don't actually own the print. They just bought the fabric that the print was on. I will say the store woman, she does design a lot of her own prints. Like she gets on like paint online or like on her iPad or whatever, and like she will design a lot of her own. But like one of the ones that was copied over was like kind of like a pink and white stripe type looking print. Again, that's like pink and white stripes, like it's stripes.
Yeah.
You can't just say no one else can use stripes. Like that doesn't work like that. So yeah, we'll see. I've been intrigued by it. Store owner hasn't said much on her stories. She's posted like she really likes to write, so she's posted poems kind of about it, but she hasn't really said anything else more. But we'll see. I'll keep everyone posted if any drama goes down this week at market.
I know. Do you know who Strawberry Milk Mob is on TikTok? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know she like creates her own stuff like on Canva or whatever the heck.
Yeah.
And she's doing a launch right now. I don't know, because she always like travels.
Does she do anything more than swimsuits, or is she just swimsuits?
I think she does like athlete, or not like, she does like sweatpants and hoodies, but I think just like it says like Strawberry Milk Mob on. Like I don't think it's like a staple.
Yeah. But even her designs, people copy them.
Oh, for sure.
Like she did that like white bandeau with like the black strap or whatever that went like
around. And then the rose one in the middle, that one became super popular. I saw people buying that at Target.
Yeah. I mean, you could buy that on Shein.
Yeah. That isn't even really that expensive.
No, but it can always be done cheaper.
No, I know. It's just like, I don't know. I'm saying like overall, it's not like that expensive. I like her. I think she's so funny. I don't watch a lot of her stuff. I like do every once in a while. I only know of her. Honestly, I found out about her when I went on a bachelorette back in May. One of the girls was wearing one of her swimsuits and someone complimented, and she was like, oh, and the whole family has like, there's a sister too that has another weird name too. I mean, obviously her name's not Strawberry Milk Mob. That's they do like, it's like strawberry, coconut, and blueberry, and they all work for like that. They're loaded.
Yeah. How are they so loaded?
Well, I think her social media presence like obviously blew up, and I think she comes from money.
Yeah.
But then like, cause she'll do like office tours, and she like bought out this floor. I don't know. It's a huge office space, and then because she like ships and packs everything herself, and so she put like a fridge in there. She's a pink girl, so she's like a pink fridge, like the Smeg fridge, you know.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are nice and so expensive.
Yeah, and so she does like a little office tour on TikTok. She's super cute, and I really like she dresses like super fun too, which I always think is cool.
I always go down rabbit holes of like how people decorate their place, and then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm gonna redecorate my place, and then I'm gonna paint my whole kitchen, and then my kitchen's gonna be pink, and I'm like, all right, we got to settle down a little here.
Yeah, no, she like right now I think she'll do like when she's dropping new stuff.
Collections.
Yeah, collections. She'll go on trips. So like now her collection is like more animal print. So she's on like a safari in Africa. And I'm like, okay.
And then that can just all be a write-off because it's for work.
Exactly. Well, she lives in Toronto, so I don't know what the situation is like, but yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, I don't know how taxes work there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit, I don't even know how taxes really work in the US.
No, I was thinking the other day, I was like, I need to learn more about the economy because I don't even understand the economy. I used to be like, why don't they just print more money? And then now I know that that's bad.
Yeah, it's tough out here. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird to like look at even just like my groceries because I like obviously have tracked everything for like so long. And I just remember like when I was with like long-term ex and going to the grocery store and paying basically what I pay now for 2 people.
Okay, I'm always like, your grocery bill comes out to almost a similar amount as mine does.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how to understand that. Like, are groceries cheaper here?
I don't know. I mean, I go to Aldi, so I definitely get like the cheapest groceries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at Trader Joe's, so.
And I only grocery shop, I'd say at this point, I probably grocery shop every 10 days. So I grocery shop about 3 times a month.
I think, because I feel like yours is between like, what, like 80 to like 100-ish?
Usually.
I feel like mine's like 100, 150, which like isn't really any more than that, like yours. Yeah. And we're 2 people.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of that too is like I only need like I'll probably buy groceries for like 2 meals, maybe 3 meals, because obviously meals last longer for me because I'm a one person eating them.
Yeah.
So I think that probably is what helps me because I like look back and when I had my boyfriend, we were grocery shopping religiously once a week. Like every Sunday, that's what we were going to do. We were buying, I would say, at least 4 to 5 meals to eat. I also think you buy a lot more frozen food than I do.
Yeah, because I eat a lot of like stuff like that for lunch.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
I basically have protein shakes for lunch and then I buy like little snacks and stuff.
I also don't really eat that much.
No, you don't.
I love food. I just don't eat a lot. Like
yeah. Well, and you don't eat a lot when you're at home.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm the same way. When I work from home, all of a sudden it'll be like 2:00 and I'm like, wow, I'm starving. And I'm like, no shit, because I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, it's kind of, and then I'm like, and then it's like, okay, well then I'll just eat something like small because I don't want to like be overly full by the time dinner comes around.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
you know.
no, that's kind of how, when I do work from home, that's how I am. But I feel like when you get up earlier and get up and moving, your metabolism just starts actually going. So like when I go into the office, then it's like 10:30, 11, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm starving. Like I need to eat something.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is because I don't move a lot in here. I'm walking, my bed and my desk are in the same room. Like, you know.
I have nowhere to move.
Yeah, exactly. Like I take the dog out and then I come back in. And then like that's me.
That's the extent of your morning movement.
Yeah, if I don't take the dog out, like the other day, Austin took Aria out all 3 times and I didn't take her out. I didn't really stand. I think I took like 650 steps the entire day.
I was gonna say, imagine if you didn't have the dog, you'd have no reason to take steps, and that's it right there.
Yeah, 650. It was like 659, I think it was.
That's so sad.
It was like a Sunday, so I wasn't doing anything. It was just like a lazy day.
Sundays are so hard for steps too.
Yeah, because it's like Sundays are weird too because like I don't want if my Monday is bad, I feel like the rest of my week is off. Yeah. So I don't want to like go out and really do anything on Sunday, but I don't want to sit at home. But then I'm like,
I don't want to spend money.
Right. And so I don't know, like right now I'm seeing if Austin was like, oh, do you want to just like maybe we grab some bagels and go to Central Park? Because and I'm also off tomorrow, so I don't want to sit around today really. Yeah. Like I want to like do something. Ooh, speaking of, my friend invited me to go to see, I don't know, somebody tomorrow. Stephen Colbert.
Oh, like a late night TV show.
Yeah.
That'll be cool at least.
Yeah.
Give you something to do.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like, oh, I'll get off. I don't know if it's considered a work for her or what. She's like in school, but it's like she's going into the hospital every day. But yeah, she got tickets. So I was like, yeah, I'll go.
Oh yeah, you have to keep us updated on who's on it.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hope it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be someone you have no idea who it is.
It probably is. I should probably look it up. Actually, I don't even know if they like release that to the public.
Yeah, I thought it was silent until it happened. So that
yeah.
surprised.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to text her and see what's up.
I have no idea. Post Malone was just here this past weekend. Well, I guess 2 days ago. And everyone really said it was really good. I obviously didn't go. Oh, I went to a Halloween bar. Oh my gosh. Friday night, my friend and I were like, let's just have like a super low key night. Like, and I didn't even want to do anything, but she and I both love Halloween. And you can only go to the Halloween bar like this 1 month. And so I was like, I should go. It's something I really enjoy, even though I'm trying not to spend money or drink. If I don't go now, I'm literally not going to be able to go. So I then found a mystery shop up there too. So I was like, okay, we'll get food and dinner there. And then we'll just pop over to the Halloween bar. I'm driving up there with her and we're like supposed to take a turn and the road's closed. And I'm like, that's weird. So then we go around and like another road's closed and another road's closed. Our quiet little night, no quiet. It's a 2-day festival in this little downtown area that's like live music and fall and apples, this whole damn thing. We had to drive around in so many circles to try and find parking even. The place is packed because of the festival. We did still end up getting dinner and going to the Halloween bar. It was so cute, but I think the Halloween bar wasn't expecting as many people because it's usually just a Halloween bar, not a festival going on. But I got like this little drink in this little cauldron and it was like, it had dry ice in it. So it was like smoky.
Yeah, I love this.
Called like a Hocus Pocus bar. So everything was Hocus Pocus themed. So she got like this one drink that was called like the Black Flame Candle thing, whatever, because that's a big part in the movie. I honestly didn't even know that except for I watched Hocus Pocus literally last night. So I was like,
seen Hocus Pocus, so
it's one of those movies. It kind of reminds me of like Forrest Gump, where it's like you've never really seen the whole thing, but you kind of know a little bit about it, and everyone knows like the three witches, but like outside of that, you don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it other than there's 3 witches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of how I was. I didn't know like the drink that she got was like the black candle, and that's how the 3 witches come back to life in the movie. I didn't even know that until I watched the movie last night. And I was like, oh, that's why that whole drink was called Black Candle Flame or whatever. I was like,
yeah,
this does make sense. But that was a ton of fun. But yeah, it was just an absolute shit show down there. And I was like, we wanted just such a nice little low-key night. And instead we get a festival. Oh, and I did try and scope out a boyfriend.
How that go?
Not well. So I was up in like the suburbs of Atlanta. So there were a lot of cute guys, but they were all with girls. Like, of course, they're all in relationships. And so there was this one cute guy and his girl, and they were like sitting like right next to us, basically. You could reach out our arms and talk to them. At one point, he got up to go get them drinks. And so I leaned over to her and I was like, all right, does he have any other cute tall friends that are single? And she was like, she was actually so weird. She was like, he's so cute, isn't he? And so I'm thinking like, oh, maybe they're on like a first date, a second date. And like, she's wanting validation. Like she's finally meeting him in person. Like, yeah. Do whatever. And so I was like, no, he is. Like, that's why I'm asking if he has friends that look similar to him that I can date. And she was like, yeah, we've been seeing each other for a few months. And so I was like, that's weird. Then why'd you ask me if he was cute? Okay. And then she was like, no, we actually went to Ole Miss together. Honestly, she's giving me so many details that I was like, I don't really care about this. She was like, we went to Ole Miss together. I always thought I wouldn't date an Ole Miss guy, but here I am dating him now, but he's not like a lot of them. And I was like, well, yeah, I can tell he actually dresses well. He's not in like a striped polo. She was like, yeah, unfortunately, all of his friends are pretty much taken though, or they're like super Christian. And I was like, damn, yep, guess there's none for me.
Yeah, Ole Miss guys are weird. I don't know. I guess it's like just the South in general. Like that's like deep South.
They're they're probably one of the deepest South schools.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, like Ring After Spring?
Yeah, something like that. And that's well known in most SEC schools. But I feel like Ole Miss is like top notch one.
Yeah, well, I feel like Ole Miss is also like old money.
Oh, sure. And I think a lot of them are trying to get married right after spring because they are that super religious person. So they're like, wait until marriage, wait and whatever. And so then they're like, well, let me get married so I can start having sex.
Yeah.
And then they get married. And so, yeah, all of his friends were apparently taken. They were definitely younger too. Like this couple that I talked to, because the boy came back as we were talking and he brought them Jello shots too. I was like, see, I want to date him.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys don't work out, just like hit me up. That was my fail at trying to find a boyfriend, but at least I tried.
That's good. Good for effort. I heard New York is a really bad city to date in, but I feel like I always meet people. Like we met these people at the bar on Friday and they're always on like early dates. They're like, oh, this is like our second date. She was actually really cool. Weird coincidence. She went to South Carolina.
Well, were
Her
you at the South Carolina bar?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I hate that bar.
No.
And she is friends with one of our friend's sisters. And then she was like, "Oh, this is," I can't remember the guy's name. She's like, "This is like our second date." And he's like, "Oh, I didn't go to South Carolina, but I know this person." And he's like, "Wait," Austin was like, "Wait, I know that person." Like, what a weird world. So small.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah. So
Is
I don't
that
know.
the girl with the dog that you're gonna hang out with?
Yeah. She
Nice.
texted me yesterday. I meant to text her back, but she texted me while I was like doing on the subway and I didn't have service, so wasn't able to text her back. So I actually need to do that today. But yeah, I think we're friends. She has like a golden retriever, so I'm like, we can be friends.
Yeah, dogs always bring people together.
Exactly. It's like an easy, especially if you have like similar breed dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you say like you have a doodle, I feel like non-doodle owners are not fan of doodles.
Maybe. I don't know. As a not dog person, I wouldn't know. I don't want
No, like
to be
non-doodle breed owners are not a fan of doodles. You know what I mean? Not you, but I'm saying like you just don't want a dog that sheds. So I guess that's like doodle-esque. But like I feel like everybody I know that does not have a doodle is like, yeah, the doodles are like my least favorite breed because they're always just very high energy.
See, that's why I can't do anything with a golden retriever.
Yeah, well, that's what doodle is, half golden retriever.
No, that's a golden doodle.
Doodle is like the whole like poodle mix overview.
Yeah, so
and
they're
then
half
there's
doodle.
golden doodle, Bernese doodle. Like
I don't want like
the doodle is the umbrella company.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is poodle.
No,
Not
that would
golden-
be poodle.
Yeah, doodle is poodle.
Doodle is part poodle, part anything.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And then there's like under the doodle, there's like labradoodle, golden doodle,
Yes.
pug doodle. I don't fucking know. You know?
Doodle. a poogle.
Ooh,
Yeah,
exactly.
So like I just don't like golden retrievers. So like I would never do a golden doodle.
Yeah, no, those are super high energy.
Yeah. After I've just met so many bad goldens. I've met some very good ones, but overall I've met so many bad that are just like, and I'm like, this is a lot. One of my old friends, she had one. They kept the harness on it so that they could constantly grab it and like move it because it'd be jumping up on counters and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I can't be doing all this.
Yeah, I don't get that. I'm like, train your dog, dude.
Yeah. I mean, they literally had to keep a harness on it so that the
Yeah.
dog had a handle.
Yeah, my friends,
No.
or my sister's friends when she was younger, they had a golden retriever, and during the day they would have to leave it in another room because the parents would be off at work and the kids like couldn't control the dog.
I think they also get way bigger than people expect them to get.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And I'm like, so when we got Aria, we were expecting her to be big. They said she was going to be around 90 pounds. And we were like, we knew that going into it. She's 50 pounds.
Yeah.
She's basically half of that. And she's small for her breed. We were also expecting her to be high energy. She's not really that high energy.
No.
She's just wants to cuddle, really.
She loves to touch.
Yeah, she has to be like touching at all times.
Like, that girl's love language is definitely physical touch.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't matter what it is, even if she has her paw on you, her head on you, something has to be touching someone's body.
Yeah.
A little personal space, girlfriend.
I think it's because when we first got her, like we didn't put her in the crate. We only had her like sleeping with us. And I think that she just kind of got used to that.
I don't know, maybe our dogs, we never crated them, but they weren't as physical touch as Aria is.
Yeah, Aria's
Ruby's more of a like, give me the furthest away from you to where I'm like almost falling off the side of the bed because I'm that far away from you. Finley likes to be pretty close sometimes, but he will move away a lot of the time.
Yeah, Aria's like, if you're sitting on the couch, my head will be on your leg.
Yeah. We are sitting together.
Exactly. Yeah. I tried one of those, the New York lox bagels.
Oh yeah. Is that like with the salmon and the capers and the
It was so good.
See, I just can't get behind the salmon.
I don't usually like lox. Like, I don't think I liked it like when it's like smoked. This one wasn't smoked. It was so good.
It's cold, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's not cooked.
Yeah.
It's like
see, I'm
sushi
thinking
grade
like,
salmon. Well, not really, but
dang, this is making me now want to go on a walk and get bagels.
dude, I got it yesterday from this other place, and it was really because there's one a block away from us, and I was like, we went there, it wasn't that good. I mean, it was fine. And then I was like, let's just order something. And then I didn't realize it was very close, so I DoorDashed it, but whoops.
Oh yeah, no, I saw the notifications. That's why when you were like, we got bagels, I was like, oh, I saw.
Yeah. I was like, oh, whoops. I realized I didn't notice it was only 4 blocks away. Whatever.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I was thinking about that. I was like, I should just cancel my DoorDash membership at this point.
Yeah, especially because like then when you do use it, like it is what it
I just
is.
feel like lazy.
Yeah.
Like I could have walked those 4 blocks.
Yeah, you could have gotten some steps in, and instead you weren't.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hungover yesterday morning because we went to a viewing. And so for one, I don't own funeral clothes.
I was wondering if you were going to talk about this, about how you didn't realize what a viewing actually was.
Yeah, no. Well, I didn't. Yeah, no, I did not.
I saw your text coming and you were like, you can see it. And I'm like, that's why it's called a viewing.
I didn't know. Well, I thought it was the funeral. And I was like, okay, because that's what I had been told. And we didn't find out until we were there that it wasn't the funeral. So I was like, oh, is this like an open casket funeral? And then I was like, why aren't we in a church? Like we're in a funeral home. But I was like, I don't know. I haven't really been to enough to like know the details behind the whole situation.
New York City, maybe it's different up here.
Right. So I was like, okay. And we're there. Like, I don't know anybody there. Austin doesn't really know anybody there. We're just kind of there to represent like
you guys have been like party crashers.
Basically. Well, so thank goodness you gave me those black suede pants and I have little heels, but I don't own non-crop tops.
You don't have like a black bodysuit up there?
No, I was bringing it up this upcoming week because it's been summer. And so it's like, I'm like, I don't need any like, and everything I wear is like high-waisted. It's just like a little bit of midriff. But of course, these were like a little looser on my waist now. So like, I was just having to pull them up and then had my coat on me. But yeah, I was wearing a fucking crop top to a wedding or to a friggin' viewing. So yeah, I was like, well, whatever. But then I'd realized, because I thought this was like the reception part and there was going to be food. There's not.
Used the funeral with a wedding for a viewing.
Yeah. Anyway, there was not food. So I hadn't eaten all day. And then we were going to go meet up with a couple people.
Right.
Yeah, I ate at 1 a.m. on Saturday morning. That was my first meal. That's why I was so hammered. And we walked someone morning. We got off the subway to come back home. We stopped by this pizza place, and I like struggled to walk in. My feet were fucking killing me at this point.
From your
and then so I bought sage the other day. So like there's been like I'm like trying to sage the apartment. First I went to Trader Joe's.
Where did you even get this idea from?
Work.
From the Mormons?
Yeah. So I'm like,
your place was haunted, or you just wanted to clear the energy?
I want to clear the energy. You know, you move into some place, we've had some like a little bit of bad luck. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. So first I go to Trader Joe's because I'm like, okay, sage. And I'm like 180. This is great. And I send a picture and I'm like, oh, is this the sage I'm supposed to be getting? And I'm like, they're like, dude, that's cooking sage. Like you're supposed to get it in this like rolled up form. Yeah. Like, oh, that looks like a joint. Let me go to the weed store. So I go to the weed store and I was like, do you guys sell sage? They're like, no, we only sell weed. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, sage near me, like, you know? And so the chiropractor comes up. So I call this chiropractor and I was like, do you guys sell sage? And they're like, excuse me. And I was like, do you guys sell sage? Because I'm like, oh, this is like a holistic practice. And they're like, literally, she goes, ma'am, this is a chiropractor. And I was like, no, that makes sense. And then I just hung up. I was like, what the fuck? Then I went to another grocery store.
Look at this girl prank calling us right now.
Yeah, I know. She was like, what the fuck? And then I went to another grocery store and they're like, no, but there's like this Chinese vitamin type of
like one of those palm reader places. I feel like they would sell sage.
They don't really have a lot of those in my area.
Oh.
But we went to this Chinese place, this Chinese pharmacy, I think they called it. So I get there, I get the sage. My card declines. I'm like, what is going on? I'm looking at my age. Yeah, I'm looking at my account balance and like everything's fine. I'm like, okay, whatever. Austin got it, whatever, not a big deal. We saged the apartment. We have been having some better luck. I did find out, by the way, my credit card has like locked itself because I paid it off, which I think is the most bizarre thing ever. I got paid it.
So
what?
I lost mine. So
oh, you did lose your credit card?
I haven't really looked anymore, but yeah, I don't know where it could be.
In your car?
I already looked there. I should look there again, like deeper, but yeah, I don't know. Oh well.
No.
But yeah,
But my credit card's locked until the 17th.
jeez, that's a long time.
Thank goodness I brought my debit card up with me, but I
Yeah.
like didn't have a debit card for a really long time.
Yeah, I don't. I just happen to have 2 credit cards, so that's what I'm using.
Yeah, and so like I said, I didn't have a debit card, so randomly, I can't remember for whatever reason I needed a debit card for something in Charlotte, so I was like, guess I'll just order out one. Thank God, because otherwise I would have been like, I can't go anywhere. So I can't use my credit, I can't use Apple Pay, I can't use anything. I don't have any form of money.
I'm surprised even Apple Pay won't work.
Yeah, nothing. And I talked to Goldman Sachs, that's my bank, and they're like, well, once you sign up for a credit card, like these are documents that you sign that you're okay with us putting your card on hold if needed. And I'm like, I said, I was like, but I'm traveling, like I don't have any form of monetary,
Yeah.
that whatever fuck, you know? And they're like, well, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, but yeah, this is the contract that you signed. And I'm like,
That's awful customer service.
yeah. And I was like, okay. And also like, I still don't really understand why my card's on hold.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you made that payment and then all of a sudden the payment just came back to your account.
Yeah, it said rejected and it went back to my account. So then I just paid it again. It accepted it the second time. I have full available balance, but I can't use it. That and all my memberships and subscriptions are just getting declined. I can't do anything about it.
I mean, I guess you're saving money.
As long as the subscriptions don't come in and it's like late payment or something.
No, I feel like subscriptions are usually pretty good about that stuff.
Yeah, I said one of them is my class pass, and they're like, if you don't do this in X days, you will lose all your credits. And I'm like, great.
Oh yeah. So you started using that again?
I was trying to. It declined.
Nothing in life can be easy.
Yeah, so when I went out for dinner yesterday, like I said, I had my debit card, and then I was like, just Venmo request me. Like, I'll send you anything.
This all started happening before the stage, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now things are going to get better.
Things are going to get better. I'm feeling it.
Oh my gosh.
Rent is due. I mean, things can only go up. One thing I was thinking about, I saw this on TikTok, and it was like kids that go to breweries. And it's like, why? Like, obviously, there are certain breweries that like are kid friendly, but then like people will have like a 1-year-old birthday party at like the least kid friendly place, like a club. You know what I mean? And it's like, where did we feel like this was starting to become okay?
I think I'm team it because when I was thinking about it yesterday, still when I see people that are pregnant that are like our age, and I'm like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
As someone who like wants to have kids, would love to have kids one day, but I'm seeing them at our age and I'm just like, but why now? Like, why are you trying to do all that right now? Like, you're doing too much. Stop.
Also, like, if you're going out while you're pregnant, means that you were still getting fucked up before you were getting pregnant, which means secretly you're not like your husband isn't realizing what he's about to give up because he's gonna have to basically like she didn't have to cold turkey, like she's easing into having a child. He's basically cold turkeying.
He can still drink.
Yeah, but I'm saying like her life started changing the moment she got pregnant. Like her diet had to start changing, her everything about her body's ultimately changing. Like his thing that's changing is like his schedule because now he has to go to like the doctor's office with you. If he does that. And then yeah, maybe he's like helping buy stuff, but like in reality, it's probably not really clicking. And then the baby's there, and then they're like,
that's true. Like he can kind of change, but like not really, but like she's definitely changing. Yeah, so if someone were to have a 1-year-old birthday party that I'm invited to, I think I'd be like, thank God we're doing this at a brewery. I love this for us.
See, for me, it depends on the brewery. Like if it's like like there are some breweries I'm like, yeah, of course. But if there's other places where I'm like, dude, this is like, we're the oldest people here. Like I'm talking about like Charlotte breweries. Like everybody else here is like 22 to 26. We're not.
What's the place where we met Jimmy?
Sycamore. Like that's not a 1-year-old birthday party spot.
Oh, see, I feel like you could totally like upstairs, like in like a corner, and do a little 1-year-old birthday party.
Maybe in the middle of the day, but not at like 9 p.m.
In the end of the day. Oh yeah. I mean, you can't a 1-year-old birthday party. You're not doing that at night anyway because the kids
Well,
asleep.
it's also depends because if you're bringing a bunch of other kids too, and then all the kids are like running around and like no, they're not like the parents are drunk, like not paying attention, and then like we're all having to like I don't know. Some people will bring their kids there to the upstairs part, and I'm like, this has to hurt your ears because there's live music. There's no way this is safe for your baby's friggin' ears. Second of all, like you're running around, it's crowded, we're all like sardines there, and your kid wants to walk around because that's all that really knows how to do. And you're chasing it and you're having to like squeeze through everybody. That's annoying.
Okay, see, that's where I would see the difference. I think you can do a 1-year-old birthday party, but once it's 2 or 3, you can't do a 2 or 3-year-old birthday party at like a brewery.
No, yeah, like
you can't do anything.
Just because your kid is 1-year-old, your friends' kids are probably not 1. That's
well,
what
they're not invited.
I mean, the kids doesn't fucking remember. That's what I'm saying. Like 1-year-old, that's like the first kid there, fine. But I'm saying once there's like multiple, it becomes a kid's birthday party, it's a no.
What are your thoughts on one of my friends? He got invited to a baby shower, and I guess it, like people now are doing more like couple showers instead of like a bridal shower.
Yeah.
And so this baby shower seems like it is like men and women because obviously he got invited, and it's at a winery. Thoughts?
I kind of like it. A baby shower or a couple or
yeah, it's a baby shower.
I like it.
I did too. And he was like, okay, but like she's pregnant, she can't drink. And I was like, but everyone attending isn't pregnant.
Also, they have alcohol at the baby shower. They have mimosas, like other, non-vineyard.
He's a boy, so like I doubt he's ever been invited to a baby shower because most of the time babies or boys aren't invited to them. But yeah, I was like, no, I'm kind of about this. Like, why? Because they have to be sober because they're pregnant. Do I have to be sober?
Also, if she's far along enough, she can have like 1 glass of red.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably not because
no, they don't. People don't really do that in public because they get like.
I was gonna say, I feel like your baby shower is like not the place for that because you never know who's there or who's watching. Because if it's at a winery, someone else is gonna be there and they're gonna be like, that pregnant woman is having a class, and then next thing you know, shit hits the fan and everyone's freaking out.
It's starting to get cool here. We're hitting like high 50s next week.
Us too. We're like low 60s next week.
Yeah.
I want stuff to make soup. And I'm like, I'm going to just live and love this life. And it'll be easy then during market too, since I won't have time. I'll just have this whole pre-batched soup thing. Per usual, for some reason, I see recipes and I'm just like, yeah, don't need to use that. Won't use that. Don't need to use that. And then next thing you know, I looked at my soup recipe and I'm like, I cut out half the ingredients and like, it's a salsa verde chicken one. And so usually you top it with like a sour cream or some tortilla chips or cilantro. Nope, didn't buy any of that.
So do you use a crock pot?
I'll use my Instant Pot, yeah.
So I didn't realize that we had a crock pot in Charlotte. Until I moved. And I was like going through our things and I was like, when the fuck did we get this? Like we must have gotten it as a Christmas present. Because I was always like, I feel like I should buy one for like soup. And then I was like, I'm not gonna buy one now. But now I'm like,
dang, I'm assuming, did you guys store it? Or
yeah, it's in storage unit. It's in this fucking box. I've never even opened it. But now I don't know how to bring it up here.
Yeah, it's like your carry-on item.
Yeah. It's a mini crock pot, so it's not very big.
Oh.
So it's not like I can't check it. It's just like that's like gonna be like what 15 pounds right there.
Yeah, for just a crock pot.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like crock pots aren't even expensive these days.
I have no idea. I'm so poor right now. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Well, this is the bad thing is like I got paid on that awkward time where like rent is due with this paycheck, but it's next week, not this week. So I'm trying to like
you gotta keep it there because you're like rent's coming.
Yeah.
So
in Charlotte, I didn't have to do that because I would just go ahead and pay it automatically, like online. So then I was like, good, that's out of my account. Next.
Yeah.
Can't do that here. So it's just sitting there and it's like kind of stressing me out because I just want it gone. So I can like, you know.
Because we live with very little money in our checking accounts to begin with.
Yeah.
So like you're like, I just need to not have that so I don't think I'm rich. When I'm
exactly, because I put everything in my savings and then I pay off my card. So like what I have in my checking is basically like if something that I don't realize like comes up and I just have to like take it out of there, like,
Yeah.
So yeah, now like I feel like I have a lot of money and I need to go to rent.
Yeah. The life of trying to be rad is always hard.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I just like send it over to Austin and just have it in his account. So I just like don't look at it because it gets withdrawn from his account anyway.
Oh, yeah, then 100% do that.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I was like, I'll do that on Monday. Oh, probably Tuesday because stupid bank holiday.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I would do that. I think I'm gonna finally cross off Duolingo on my bingo card.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there. What are we at? Like 12 days now?
I think today I hit 14.
14? Yeah, because we started the same day. So then
Yeah.
if you're at 14, oh, it let me skip a thing. They're like, you're crushing it so much. We're skipping you to this level. And I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I noticed because you're at like level 5.
Am I?
Yeah, and I was like, no wonder mine is so much harder because I'm at level 11.
Oh yeah, no, and I fly through it. It's like new record, 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, see, no, mine, I'm like reading all this stuff and trying to figure it out. I'm actually doing like a really good job at it.
Yeah.
And like, I definitely feel like I'm learning. Like, I actually feel like I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah. I just sent you a high five. Yeah, day 14. Oh, it says 25 as like when it's like a
habit.
Yeah, it's like 25 quests is like the minimum when it's like you've been doing Duolingo. But I mean, at this point, I'm not stopping.
I'm not stopping. I like the habit that I've gotten into too, like, because I've always woken up and I just like I want to kind of lay in bed and I'll just do stupid shit on my phone. So now I just wake up, I check my CoStar. Obviously, I gotta know how my day is gonna be, my do's and my don'ts, and then I go do Duolingo.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
and
I've
added Pokemon Go.
I'm like, at least I'm making my brain do some work, and I'm not just like laying here mindlessly scrolling on some sort of social media.
Yeah, I'm checking my fantasy. I think I'm hoping things go well for me this week. What?
Oh God, do you have a guy out?
Oh my God, questionable, and he's got me negative points.
No, he's probably not coming back in. Oof.
It's Etienne. How do you say that? Etienne?
Yeah. You're right. You're just like pronouncing it slower than needed. I have a guy playing right now, actually. I didn't realize he was playing this morning.
Yeah, my guy that played last week played really well. Or not last week, excuse me, on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Got me 20 points.
Yeah,
right now has me at 4 points, so that's good.
Yeah, my guy playing right now is at 4.9.
Etienne guy, I think he's probably out now, which is freaking annoying.
I loved that you didn't even know that you had a guy playing on Thursday.
I know.
I was like, your guy's doing really well. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, the guy you have playing right now.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Oh man, dude, I can't believe this guy's he goes in, gets me negative points, and then is out for the freaking game. Like
he is out?
I think so. He's unquestionable now.
Yeah, they might have taken him to the locker room and they might put him back in. I don't know. I was really sad.
Like fourth quarter? It's almost fourth quarter. He's out.
Oof. I had to change like a lot of my team since I had so many people on bye this week. And so I had to drop people and stuff. And half the people I dropped have already gotten picked up. And I'm like, guys, why? Like, I think one of my wide receivers got picked up. One of my defenses that I had to drop got picked up. My QB got picked up. I'm pretty sure by LB.
So,
yeah, by LB. One of my QB. Richardson.
Oh.
She's not playing him. He's on the bench.
Oh, he's out. Yeah.
Dang. Oh, that's why I dropped him.
Austin keeps trying to be like, oh, let me help you. And I'm like, don't. Like, don't. I don't want help.
It's a girl league. We know what we're doing.
Like, I want to do it on my own. He'll be like, okay, well, I would recommend this. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. Like, I want to do this.
In the end of the day, out of the 4 people of our like friend group that's really in this league, you have the best record.
And I don't even know who my friends, people are playing are. So. Yeah, they put a guy in and he was like, because he'll be like, oh, did you check your lineup this morning? You know, like to remind me. And I'm like, oh yeah, because like he's checking his. And he's like, I would have played this guy over and Njoku, David Njoku, because he was out for like 3 weeks and that was first time in. And he's like, you got to look at this too. This guy says he's 51 and this guy's number 3. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I want to play him. Like, leave me alone. I want to do this on my own.
I'm feeling his vibes, and I like how I'm feeling about him this week.
That's literally, I'm like, I'm feeling it this week. I don't know. I just don't like when I don't want his input in it.
I mean, you're 3-2, so like you have a great record.
I'm doing all right.
You've won more than you've lost. The other 3 of us are all 1-4.
I mean, I'll ask sometimes. I'll be like, hey, like I'll just ask like suggestions. I'm like, what do you? But at the end of the day, like I make the decision. I'm like, and have you know what I mean? Like I'll be like, do you think this is a better idea or this is a better idea? And he'll be like this, and I'll be like, okay. But then I'm like, I'll decide if I want to do it or not.
Yeah. I'm just asking your opinion. I'm not actually listening to it.
Yeah.
Now that I've rebuilt my whole team, I'm hoping it starts getting better. But literally, like one of my tight ends that I dropped right now, he's still playing. He has 20 points right now. Every other week that I've played him, he's gotten 1.4, 6.7, 6.4. The 2 weeks that I did not play him, 25.7, and right now he has 24.0 points. I'm like,
maybe you need a sage.
It may be. How do I sage the fantasy team?
Sage your phone. Be like,
then suddenly my phone never charges again.
oh my god, fucking phone.
The text smoke can't work any longer.
Dude, my phone crashed when I was trying to meet up with my little sister. And I thank God I had my work phone on me, and I remember her number, and I was like, hey, my phone's not working. Like, this is my work phone if you need to find me.
Life one day will get easier for us, I pray.
I sage about it.
Well, y'all, it's been fun. It's been real.
Yeah.
Has it been real fun? Not sure. Still predetermined. But we're going to start saging our lives away, and maybe things will start going our way.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.